The sky has gone dark, blades in my hand, bag full of water, better sip my blood away. Sirens to the air, cops at my door, my lover out of sight, handcuffed. Lost the freedom, lovers out of sight still. Held captive for days, better off dead. So much time to myself, so much time with my thoughts, driving me insane. Hatred and love intertwined like wine, came to be. Karma's at work, paying my price. Should've thought twice, it's too late now. Turns out, the lights have gone out. I'm my biggest fan, all alone. Maybe not. Sometimes, even I don't like myself. 43 hours, I thought I was left free, feeling at peace, overjoyed to see what I once took for granted. Malintents I sent from my heart, searching for my true love. With mine your heart, turns out there is no spark. Another man is in the picture. Who would have known my heart caved in? Now I know why you were absent, and why the cops said hello instead of you coming to check on how I was. Now I know where you were. Now I know why you never showed up. God gave me all I ever asked for. At first I realized that, cherished it, and nourished it. But over time, I guess I became ungrateful and let it all slip through my fingers like sand. Spending time with common hoes that could never amount to what I have. And yet I failed to see that. At dusk I catch myself on a cliff, at the edge of losing all I ever asked God for. And she was ready to walk away and let me decay.
I'm sorry that it took me a year. I'm sorry for all the heartaches, lashes, and betrayals, I thought my heart was ready to love. Little did I know my sins were being watched from above, I know I said I'm sorry multiple times, but this time it's coming from a different heart. A heart that realizes it could never do you any wrong. They say love is one step away from hating, and I don't doubt it. But I ain't the type of nigga to be switching sides. When you're sleeping next to me, you ain't with no enemy. Have your heart rest at peace. This nigga ain't for the streets. For you accomplish different feats, become your knight in shining armor in this atrocious world. I know things haven't been easy. My past follows me around like a ghost. Turns out certain sins know not death. Held captive for days, I learned to set God and appreciate the things I once took for granted that now left me stranded, yearning to see the streets. Yet all I could see was a blue sky with no birds to soar. Looked outside a window for it was a little hazy, for they're opaque. Then there I made up my mind that I'd rather be dead than be a slave mentally or physically. The day I walked out, I left hatred at the door, feeling like a different man. I thought the world would see me as such. Never have I ever been so wrong, for my past prolongs. And yet, this instant I felt lost and betrayed, looking at myself in the mirror as the light flickers. I saw a ghost exposed, with taking me as a host. For the first time, what once felt like home now feels like my coffin. And the only thing on my mind was to run away, run away, run away as far as I could into the sunset, so far beyond the horizon where my past can no longer prolong. A place where my eyes can be pure with no self-infliction, a place where there is no more to wander around with different point of time. A true new start, but what is a new start without the reason to why I changed? Right by my side, you taught me how to love and hold on, and you taught me loyalty beyond boundaries. So I asked myself, why would I be proud? What could I do without you in my life? I envision my future with you after all. I know I said so many things I didn't mean, but all I ask for is for you to forgive me and see me for who I am.
Singing to these lyrics kinda make me sick to the stomach, because this was one of the first songs I wrote in the album, as my relationship with this girl just started going downhill. And in the beginning, I used to blame myself for everything and think she was just perfect. And then my eyes were open as I started realizing all the ways that she stabbed me in the back and that she was lying to my face since the beginning. And then I realized she's the exact opposite of what I would have ever asked God for. She was a devil in disguise.
Don't wanna know if you're looking into her eyes, if she's holding on to you so tight, the way I did before. I overdosed, should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain. Oh, it's such a shame. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do.
Oh my God.
We don't talk.
Lately you told me you've been feeling rather blue, as your heart feels impure and insecure. And I'm sorry, but I don't feel the same. Only you know what's been happening, and that is the shame. The only thing I felt on my end is the pain, and I know I share a piece of the blame. That's a no-brainer, for this is karma for all the shit that I've done. The only question I have for the world is if I'll suffer twice the pain, or if it will reciprocate just the same. No matter, it's far from over. Will we ever be able to call it even, or will I always have the shitty end of the stick until I call it quits? Pits full of mistakes, miles yet to be seen. Strangers looking in from outside will look in envy. And it's sad to say that once upon a time we had this shit right, until the light started flowing in like the breeze, bringing me to my knees. And I know that's no excuse for my impurities.
Looking into her eyes, if she's holding on to you so tight, the way I did before. I overdosed, should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain.
Love, I've been told, is sometimes a condition where another person's happiness is essential to my own. And I guess you came to that realization too, as you suffocated me despite having told you that you're my medicine. The medicine to all my trauma and pain.
Still got the waves.
You're a deceiver. In an instant your love turned into pain. Trust out of sight, trust of mine. These sins pay me no mind. Your lies held captive behind a mask I never saw. My heart you stole, you let me bleed out. Played me like a toy, you led me astray. The wolves tore me apart, your fangs on my neck sucking me dry. You left me out.
Laura Jude.
These days I don't even bother anymore. All these hoes think I be paying them mine, yeah. Through trauma and tribulation, I learned to love the crying and somewhat confined, yeah. I don't need a next bitch telling me who I am. All I have to do is look in the mirror. I used to love you so desperately, and yet you use that as a weapon against me. It's funny how when I chose to put myself first, niggas started wondering about my whereabouts. Don't mind me, I'm just getting the bag. Walking through the streets, ain't looking for no pussy. No shawty, I ain't looking at you, just enjoying the view, thinking brighter future without y'all. Got a taste of what it felt to be out the trenches. My love for you put me right back in in there. I thought you were supposed to be my other half. Instead all you did was gave me right back in that shit, yeah. Before you I used to chase hoes like I changed clothes, but I learned to lead stop, listen home married. Rather an empty pocket and broken heart, and a bottle of liquor along with some weed to get crossed. I swear before you I never used to do drugs or any alcohol, that right it was a sign. But instead I made it into consolation with no true sensation in the end. Thank you for the times you had my back when I got wasted, just to be happy in your presence. And I'll forget all the deceits. Now I see myself all alone, yeah. So I threw away all the drugs and liquor so that I can live to see it another day. These days I don't even bother anymore. All these hoes think I be paying them mind, yeah. Through trauma and tribulation I learned to love the grind and somewhat confined, yeah. I don't need the next bitch telling me who I am. All I have to do is look in the mirror. I used to love you so desperately, and yet you used that as a weapon against me. Yes. These bitches don't know me. These bitches don't know me. These bitches can't keep up. These bitches can't keep up. These bitches can't keep up with the fucking grind. All they do is try to run my wallet dry. These bitches got two homies shaking hands while fucking them both behind the scenes under the sheets. It's about time I had enough all this fucking shit. Time to rack up some racks taller than the Eiffel Tower, and these niggas want smoke, they'll catch a bullet from a rifle. Don't dare me, I ain't fucking civil, I'm the devil. Bury your ass 10 feet underground, send you to hell where you dwell and rot for eternity. Most of y'all bitches be the same anyway. Dumb niggas pick y'all up thinking we're to blame until they find their asses outside the frame. Then they know it was just a game that they lost. Most of the ones that learned to live in this hells are the ones that made it back. We're the ones that made it back. We're the ones that made it back. We're the ones that made it back. These bitches don't know me. These bitches don't know me. These bitches can't keep up. These bitches can't keep up. These bitches can't keep up with the fucking grind. All they do is try to run my wallet dry. These bitches got two homies shaking hands while fucking them both behind the scenes under the sheets. It's about time I had enough all this fucking shit. Time to rack up some racks taller than the Eiffel Tower, and these niggas want smoke, they'll catch a bullet from a rifle. Don't dare me, I ain't fucking civil, I'm the devil. Bury your ass 10 feet underground, send you to hell where you dwell and rot for eternity. Most of y'all bitches be the same anyway. Dumb niggas pick y'all up thinking we're to blame until they find their asses outside the frame. Then they know it was just a game that they lost. Most of the ones that learned to live in this hells are the ones that made it back. Why did you lie to me? I told you the truth and you gave me misery. Took the things I said for granted. With your lies my heart was left stranded. And it's sad when I called you out on your shit, you get mad and throw a fit, acting like you had a halo over your head. But your horns left me for dead. Had the next nigga disrespecting me on a past that you didn't let me see, while I told you all my darkest secrets. Yeah, that shit was never about pride. Matter of fact, it was just the opposite. You made me look like an idiot. All I ever wanted was just a bomb beyond anything I ever had. That's why I told you my darkest past. I wanted you to know me for me, so we'd know if this shit could last. Rather than being a stranger, I decided to speak the truth with my chest, yeah. Turns out it was straight regrets, cause you running out and left me for dead, yeah. dressed me like angel, while ripping my heart on the table. Loving you turned out to be a gamble, and now everything is in shambles. Sometimes I wonder how you could look at me in the eyes while I cried my heart out to you, and I feel the impulse to tell me the truth, only thing I ever asked for, and yet it turned out to be too much for how does it look to hear the truth from the one that screwed you, the one that said he fucked you better than I could, and yet you stood there and said nothing like it was the truth. Tell me, am I just a joke to you, or was I just a fool for loving you? All I ever wanted was some closure, instead you let the next nigga expose you. And it's funny, when I started rapping, I told you there's nothing about me that I could tell the world, and yet the first true lyrics that I ever write is about the pain that you caused me. Isn't that rather ironic, that I'm rapping about the pain you caused me? So, I dedicate this song to you, MJ.
Taylor.
I've been trying for so long. 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 Tell me, what is it all for? 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 These days I don't feel like anybody can reciprocate all the effort that I put in. It's always the opposite, receivers with no intentions of giving. They'll break your heart, they'll break your heart. I've been trying for so long. 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 Tell me, what is it all for? 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 I know I have been the best, yeah, but baby, please look at how far I've come. Look at how far I've come for you. All the change I've made, all the people I cut off, even the ones that didn't deserve it. 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 I've been trying for so long. 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 Tell me, what is it all for? 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 Lately, I've been feeling so low, and some days so blessed. I'm such a mess, honestly. One day I can see all the beauty in the world, and then the other, everything loses its color. So I wonder, am I clinically ill, or is it just mental? Same thing, right? Happiness is a state of mind after all, right? So why is it so hard? Shouldn't it be easy? I can think of 1,000 reasons to smile, and yet not a single one of them makes me want to live for a little while. Things are getting better in my life after all. Got a better job, I have good people around me, a roof over my head, and food to eat. And yet my soul wants to go astray. Why? Voices in my head are telling me to go back to the drugs, telling me to go to sleep, count sheep and have it be eternally. But I know that doesn't make things any better. Rather it leads to a shelter and a broken letter. Women, don't see the point in chasing one, for they come and go, and so in the end, it's just a heartache, so I'd rather just be alone. I ask all of y'all to stay strong and be happy, right? And yet I don't even know how to be happy myself. So I ask you to be better than me, for I'm lost.
Wait.
What the hell were you thinking?
I don't know, that's a really good question because I've been driving myself insane, making a complete ass of myself. Literally trying everything possible to try to save what we have. And you've been throwing yourself at Jeremy.
That's not fair.
It's not fair. I see the way you looked.
Look at you, look at me. Our hearts so broken, disparity. Hurting rather incredibly. Hurting rather incredibly. Look at you, look at me. Fighting over things we couldn't see. Who would've known we come to be? Who would've known we come to be? Day after day I look at the stars, seeing these constellations that once meant nothing. Now I wonder if I just been missing out. Shh, don't be so loud. You call me a narcissist, I ain't even been proud. You boast about self-love, something I never knew. I just shoot for the moon and hope for something new. Just shoot for moon and hope for something new. Just shoot for moon and hope something new.
I'm so tired of disappointing you.
Look at you, look at me. Our hearts so broken, disparity. Hurting rather incredibly. Hurting rather incredibly. Look at you, look at me. Fighting over things we couldn't see. Who would've known we come to be? Who would've known we come to be? So many nights on my back because you keep on hurting me. Can't you see? I'm not the same person that I used to be. I'm just looking for some peace. Ain't even gotta be that neat. As long as there's loyalty without all the atrocities. Think it can be my remedy. Think it can be my remedy. It can be my remedy. It can be my remedy. I love my dad. He may be 1,000 miles away, but no one is closer to my heart than him. Someone says. I say, you've been under my nose for a good portion of my life, and yet I never felt the love. Yes, thank you for putting a roof over my head when I was a child, for providing us with food to eat and a place to sleep. But when was the last time you picked me up? When was the last time we had a conversation? When was the last time we discussed our aspirations? And I understand you were a hardworking man with a plan, but where did I fit in? I've been told I was never part of the picture. So is I a mistake for not using any latex, or is there a pretext? Thank you for sending me to the land of dreams, for having born of a country dreaded a war. And it's sad to say you never called though. 2 years went by and finally you chose to come see me. Counting down the days, finally hitting 15, I get a call that you're at the wrong place at the wrong time and a bullet through your heart. 2 years turns to an eternity. Or was it since I was conscious of my own thoughts and decisions that I realized I was never ideal in your eyes? So has it really been 2 years? Or was it the whole 11 hours at the time? Sometimes I ask myself if you knew anything about me. It's crazy. I'm 23 now and I can't even say if I got the chance to see you, I'd take it. Believe me, it's not out of hate or hatred, more the fact that I don't know if you'd accept me for who I've become. And it's sad, for it makes me think there was no past and there will never be a future. I couldn't even make it to your funeral, for it would have been a one-way trip for me. And I did cry for days though, and I wonder why. Maybe because I thought ideally we're 15 days close to being and having everything that we could have had, or should have had. And on that day you were supposed to be flying overseas, I remember feeling so lonely, depressed, and in distress. So I asked myself, was this all okay, normal, am I just exaggerating? I remember walking home alone so many times, seeing kids with their mama on their left and their daddy on their right, that my hands were empty and cold, and that shit always hurt. It always hurt, it always hurt. I have a hole in my heart. It's tearing me apart. It's tearing me
try not to think. I try not to think too much and hold it deep inside and acting like I never cried. Well, I cried. I cried, I cried, I cried. I cried in the dark. I cried in the dark. I cried in the dark.
I think I'm in love with you.
You can meet as friends?
No. I mean, for real. Because you're like the coolest person I've ever met. And you don't even have to try, you know?
I try really hard, actually.
When I met you, I thought you were the one. Hence I got impatient and cuffed you up. Had you by my side, sitting till the end of time. I wanted you to be all mine, yeah. Put a ring in your finger to show you off. Made my declaration that you're mine alone. Made our vows to the sunny sun, soon to be broken with bloodshed. Lies started coming in like the alphabet. From then to hell we fell. It's sad you never told me how you truly felt. Hiding shit to the bitter end. Soon enough I started doing just the same. That was my mistake, that was my fault. I should've been the one that stayed strong. Instead we both started fumbling, breaking each other's heart apart. You once said divorce was never an option. Now you throw it up with no caution. What I thought would bind us eternally turned into a weapon that's killing me. Marriage itself has no power to bind two souls. Vows can't establish morals. It all comes down to one's heart and thoughts, yeah. So what's the point to a broken system? What's the point to a broken system that means nothing when it comes to loyalty? And it's sad to say, yeah. Now I see it all the time, yeah. Two souls that's supposed to be intertwined through love. That shit's as bluffed, yeah. Needles in a haystack. Most look around in the streets, yeah. Most look around in the dark, breaking each other's hearts apart.
You say I try to control ya, but I was only trying to show you how to live. I'm sorry you never had a man that could lead the way. No wonder you took me for granted. Now your life is pitiful, isn't that a shame? I'm sad to say that I'm not to blame. I gave her dreams and aspirations, reason to live and wake up every day. Now you spend your time trying to be happy, splurging rather aesthetically. All that leads to is some bonus with felonies. I bet that shit rings a bell. I thought so. I did for you what other niggas couldn't do in 3. I was the only man in your life that wasn't sucking the life out of ya. In the end, you blame me for bringing you to your knees, and I decided how to show you love, even though you weren't my type. Tell you what, you're gonna see me thrive, and then you'll regret not having a part. I never wanted to see you fall. All I wanted to do is be by your side, but you saw me as a thief with led to beef, causing us to take a leap. You don't need a take, now be my type as an answer for love's more beyond the eyes. I say I saw you as my greatest prize. The another kind, the one that's by the streets. Now I watch over you from above, bitch.
This is a message to everyone listening and everyone who hasn't, so spread it. It's a message from the heart because I truly wish you well. And I know you've heard this many times, but I hope this time is the time that it sinks in. I advise you to stay away from the drugs, stay away from the liquor, stay away from the weed, stay away from the coke, stay away from it all. I know it can help through tough times because I've been between the lines. I can also tell you, I've been miserable and I've been free, and I've been miserable and I've been detained, and out of the two, I'd rather be free. Freedom is something I once took for granted until I couldn't see the birds or the sky, until I couldn't look out the window and see the streets outside. Locked up in a way waiting to decay, walked up away and waiting to decay. Second, promise me to never try to take your own life. It's my greatest prize. Save me the tears, save us the cries. We need you. The people around you may make you feel otherwise, but us, we need you. It's a harsh world, I know. Happiness doesn't manifest like snow. Believe me, just like every other dream, it's not easy. It's feasible, and it's possible. It's a big world out there, so many places yet to be explored, so many fantasies as reward. And yes, some fantasies do come true. Whatever you truly want is looking for you too. Believe it, you just have to hold on and find it. And in between, they try to slip in the lean, get you behind the scenes, but don't falter, stay sober. The world doesn't need to move slower. It's an illusion for it starts from no one. You'll meet many masked men and women who try to do you wrong because they don't know what happiness is to themselves. Keep moving forward through the crowd. On the other end is what you seek, and that's a promise. I don't wish you any wrong. It would break my heart to see you gone. Believe me, believe me. Stay away from all the drugs and all the alcohol. It may make things feel better, but it just takes that one mistake to make it 10 times worse. And your life is my greatest prize, so please don't ever take that away. I love you all.